with the flag of sackcloth. I'm Mel McGinnis with another edition of the Sophie Scholl Monologue. I love the Babylon Bee. Oh, they put out headlines. Fake news you can trust. No, you recently heard about Donald Trump wanting to institute more insane asylums. Here's a headline. Trump to convert entire city of Minneapolis into insane asylum. From the Babylon Bee. Oh, I like this one too. Trump disguises himself as Muslim migrant so Europe will let him invade Greenland. Oh, and this one. Minnesota arrests churchgoers for interrupting protest. It goes back, doesn't it, to what we saw in the church on a Sunday morning where, I wouldn't call them protesters, but agitators, instigators, trespassed into a place of worship while the people were worshiping to get their agenda across. Interesting. One of the protesters, or I should say instigators, I think we need to make sure we're not simply calling this a protest, because protest is fine, but when you're criminally trespassing, it takes it to another level. Nakima Levy Armstrong was one of the organizers of the storming of the city's church in Minnesota, earned more than $1 million over a period of 6 years from a civil rights nonprofit that claimed to fight poverty. Armstrong served as the executive director of the Wayfinder Foundation from 2019 to 2024. Wow. Wouldn't you like to have $1 million for working to fight poverty? How does that line up? Well, come to find out, this Armstrong individual describes herself as a civil rights attorney, scholar, activist, and ordained minister. She says she's a minister as she stormed that church last Sunday. Armstrong, who organized the church disruption with 3 other black women, compared herself to Dr. Martin Luther King and is doubling down on insisting she was in the right for what she did, saying, "We called it the Martin Luther King Jr. edition because our society commemorates Dr. King." By the way, did Dr. King storm into churches to make his views known as they interrupted people in prayer and worship? Well, this Armstrong individual said, when you see me speaking truth to power, when you see me disrupting business as usual, this is a result of my faith and my belief in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Where does it say that you can storm into a church and disrupt churches in the middle of worship? Now, people might say, but Jesus upset the tables in the temple. That's Jesus' prerogative, not ours in that situation. Boy, we are getting confusing messages from people, individuals who claim to be ministers, saying that their faith gives them the right, the license to storm into other churches, worshiping God and doing it in the name of their belief of the gospel of Jesus Christ. The gospel is the proclamation of Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. And I can't see where trespassing is consistent with that. It's interesting, too. There's another pastor who's going to be running for office, or who is running for office in the state of Texas. I've talked to him about him before. His name is James Tallarico. Keep an eye on him. He's running for the United States Senate. He was asked the question, do you believe Christianity to be true, to be more true than other religions? His response, I believe Christianity points to the truth. I also think that other religions of love point to the same truth. Wow! Talk about confusion. Christianity is the only faith that says one gets to heaven by the work and only the work of another. That is, the deeds of Jesus in his obedience to the law, in his death on the cross, and his resurrection from the dead is the basis of our justification before God. Without Jesus, there's no hope of heaven. The Bible says, salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name given unto men under heaven by which we must be saved. Do all the other religions point to that same truth? No. They reject it. Christianity stands alone in proclaiming the message of salvation in such a clear, Christ-centered way, saying that it's his gospel that saves. Nothing about our works contributes to earning merits for salvation. Point me to another religion that says there's no other name given unto men by which we must be saved. You're watching a lot of false doctrine being played out in the political sphere. Be aware of it, see through it, discern right from wrong, truth from error, as you watch it unfold in a Senate election coming up in Texas, as you witnessed it, seeing a church being invaded by a person who called herself a pastor speaking truth to power. Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption, I cannot promise you that I'll do better the next time. And unlike Tony, I'm going to wave the flag of sackcloth for humility. As a follower of Jesus, I need Jesus.